50 Asian city skylines. One photo each, two options. How many can you name? Let's ease in. This capital mixes wide colonial boulevards, the Arch of India Gate, and a lotus-shaped temple in the haze. New Delhi or Jaipur? It's New Delhi, India's capital, where Luchin's grand avenues run straight into a forest of new glass towers. A river bends past a tower, with a helipad bulging near its top, glowing gold over a buzzing Vietnamese metropolis. Hanoi or Ho Chi Minh City? Ho Chi Minh City. That helipad belongs to the Bitexco Tower, and just behind it, Landmark 81 climbs over 460 meters. Casinos glow along the water, and a lotus-shaped golden hotel anchors the skyline of this tiny peninsula. Macau or Manila? Macau, the so-called Vegas of Asia, rakes in several times the gambling revenue the Las Vegas Strip ever did. Beaches meet a wall of seaside skyscrapers, and a long suspension bridge curls across the bay of this Korean port. Busan or Incheon? Busan, South Korea's second city, home to its biggest port and that glittering marine city cluster. A sail-shaped hotel tower and a giant Ferris wheel light up this bay just south of Tokyo. Yokohama or Osaka? Yokohama. The landmark tower there reigned as Japan's tallest for years, looking out over the Minato Mirai waterfront. Lakes, a French-era old quarter, and a tall stack of blocks skyscraper mark Vietnam's thousand-year-old capital. Hanoi or Da Nang? Hanoi. The Gyeongnam landmark towers loom over a city that's been a capital, on and off, for over 1,000 years. A vast white marble memorial and a famous cantilever bridge span the river in this eastern Indian city. Kolkata or Chennai? Kolkata. The Howrah Bridge hauls an astonishing crowd across the Hooghly every single day, one of the busiest of its kind. Here's a fun one. Pandas, fiery hot pot, and a single building said to hold its own indoor beach. Chengdu or Chongqing? Chengdu. The New Century Global Center is one of the largest buildings on Earth by floor area, with an artificial sun glowing inside. A four-arch stone monument sits in the old city, while a high-tech district of glass towers rises a few miles away. Hyderabad or Pune? Hyderabad. The Charminar has watched over it since the 1500s, while Cyberabad now hums with global tech offices. A skyscraper, shaped like the Chinese character for high, towers over a harbor in southern Taiwan. Kaohsiung or Taichung? Kaohsiung. That's the 85 Sky Tower, splitting near its base. 10 down already. If you're still nailing these, do me a favor and hit subscribe. Ancient city walls form a complete rectangle around an old bell tower, with modern blocks rising beyond. Xi'an or Luoyang? Xi'an. Those Ming-era walls still loop right around the center, and the terracotta army guards the outskirts. A serene lake ringed by pagodas and willow trees fronts a skyline of fresh towers in eastern China. Hangzhou or Suzhou? Hangzhou. Westlake has inspired poets for centuries, and the city's now a tech hub swimming in e-commerce money. Eyes up! A colossal gilded pagoda blazes above the low rooftops of Myanmar's largest city. Yangon or Mandalay? Yangon. The Shwedagon Pagoda is plated in real gold and tipped with thousands of gems, glinting for miles. A lotus flower tower painted pink and purple lights up the coast of this Sri Lankan capital. Colombo or Chennai? Colombo. The Lotus Tower is one of the tallest structures in South Asia, blooming over the Indian Ocean shoreline. A Ferris wheel sits right on top of a road bridge over the river in this northern Chinese port. Tianjin or Dalian. Tianjin. The Tianjin Eye really does straddle a working bridge, and the riverbanks are lined with old European mansions. A green-roofed castle topped with golden fish ornaments anchors this central Japanese industrial city. Nagoya or Kobe? Nagoya. A car-making powerhouse, its castle's golden shachihoko fish are the city's beloved mascots. A red latticework port tower and a long suspension bridge define this Japanese harbor city beside the mountains. Kobe or Fukuoka? Kobe, home of the legendary marbled beef and neighbor to the Akashi Kaikyo Bridge, one of the longest suspension spans ever built. A golden bridge held up by giant stone hands near a coastal city whose dragon-shaped bridge breathes fire. Da Nang or Hui? Da Nang. Its dragon bridge actually shoots flames on weekends, and the golden bridge up in the hills went viral worldwide. A vast modern mosque shaped like a desert tent sits below green hills in this planned capital. Islamabad or Karachi? Islamabad. The Faisal Mosque, styled like a Bedouin tent, ranks among the largest on Earth, and the city was built from scratch in the 1960s. A grand red Mughal mosque and a tall independence monument rise in this Pakistani cultural capital. Lahore or Dhaka? Lahore. The Badshahi Mosque and Minar-e-Pakistan crown it. That's 20, halfway to legend. What's your score so far? Drop it in the comments. A huge white marble mausoleum overlooks a sprawling port megacity on the Arabian Sea. Karachi or Mumbai? Karachi, Pakistan's biggest city and economic engine, built around the tomb of the nation's founder, Jinnah. A pink Mughal fort and one of the most crowded river deltas on Earth define this Bangladeshi capital. Dhaka or Kolkata? Dhaka, one of the most densely packed cities anywhere, crowned by the pink Lal Bagh Fort and swarmed by a river of rickshaws, a long sandy beach, colorful Dravidian temple towers, and a humid bay mark this southern Indian metro. Chennai or Bengaluru? Chennai. Marina Beach is one of the longest urban beaches in the world, backed by towering Gopuram temples. A grand domed legislative building and endless tech parks fill this breezy plateau city in southern India. Bengaluru or Hyderabad? Bengaluru. India's Silicon Valley sits high enough to stay mild year-round, while its IT towers keep multiplying. A mighty river splits this central Chinese megacity, with a tall, twisting tower rising on one bank. Wuhan or Nanjing? Wuhan. Straddling the Yangtze, it's topped by the Greenland Center, one of China's tallest skyscrapers. A snowy northern Japanese city with a historic clock tower and a slim TV tower over a long central park. Sapporo or Sendai? Sapporo. Capital of the North, it hosted the Winter Olympics and throws a world-renowned snow festival every year. A seaside Japanese city with a sail-shaped tower and a baseball dome, the gateway to the south. Fukuoka or Hiroshima? Fukuoka. Its tower is the tallest seaside tower in Japan, and the city is the buzzing hub of Kyushu Island. A brand new smart district of glass towers and a record-breaking sea bridge sit beside Korea's main airport. Incheon or Suwon? Incheon. The futuristic Songdo district rose from reclaimed land, linked by one of the world's longest sea bridges, a historic former capital on the Yangtze, watched over by a green glass tower curving into the sky. Nanjing or Hangzhou? Nanjing. Once China's capital, it's guarded by the Zifeng Tower, climbing to around 450 meters. Red-roofed German colonial streets, a long pier, and a beachy coastline mark this Chinese port. Qingdao or Dalian. Qingdao, home of the beer with the German spelling. 30 cities deep. If you're still in the game, you're officially a Skyline pro. Smash that like. A golden royal palace and a tall new bank tower rise where two rivers meet in this Cambodian capital. Phnom Penh or Vientiane? Phnom Penh. The Vatinak Capital Tower, shaped to suggest a dragon's back, towers over the riverside royal palace. A soaring lattice TV tower and wide plazas fill this Central Asian capital below the mountains. Tashkent or Almaty? Tashkent. The largest city in Central Asia, its TV tower ranks among the tallest structures in the whole region. Snow-capped peaks rise right behind a leafy city of low blocks and a pointed hilltop cable car tower. Almaty or Bishkek? Almaty. Kazakhstan's former capital and biggest city, framed by the dramatic peaks of the Tian Shan. Deep breath, it gets trickier now. Tiered pagodas, a white stupa with painted eyes, and Himalayan foothills ring this capital. Kathmandu or Thimphu? Kathmandu, Nepal's chaotic, beautiful capital, packed with ancient temples and watched by the painted eyes of the Buddhanath Stupa. A riverfront promenade and a cricket stadium, holding well over 100,000 fans, mark this western Indian city. Ahmedabad or Surat? Ahmedabad. Its Narendra Modi Stadium is the largest cricket ground on the planet, beside the redeveloped Sabarmati riverfront. Colonial shophouses, vivid street art, and a tall slab tower sit on a Malaysian island linked by a long bridge. Georgetown or Malacca? Georgetown. The heritage heart of Penang Island, crowned by the Kamtar Tower and celebrated for its murals and food. A towering hero's monument and a thundering port define Indonesia's second city on the island of Java. Surabaya or Bandung? Surabaya, the city of heroes, is Indonesia's second largest, a major port and industrial hub on eastern Java. A pair of twisting towers and a giant mango-shaped media building light up this Chinese city on a river. Changsha or Wuhan? Changsha, capital of Hunan and home to a TV empire, it's lit up by the curvy IFS towers. A skyscraper with a huge arch punched through its middle, nicknamed the Trousers, stands by a canal city of classical gardens. Suzhou or Wuxi? Suzhou. The Gate of the Orient really does look like a giant pair of pants, oddly framing a city of ancient water gardens. A breezy northern Chinese port with European squares, old trams, and a long coastal drive. Dalian or Qingdao? Dalian, the cool seaside Hong Kong of the north. 40 down, only the final 10 left, and they bite. If you're still scoring, you're elite. Subscribe before the boss round. Boss territory now. A blue glass tower and a vast central square sit in the world's coldest capital, ringed by open steppe. Ulaanbaatar or Astana? Ulaanbaatar. Mongolia's capital is the coldest on Earth on average, with the blue sky tower curving over Sukbatar Square. A golden stupa and an arch resembling a tropical Arc de Triomphe sit in this sleepy Mekong capital. Vientiane or Phnom Penh? Vientiane. Laos's laid-back capital hugs the Mekong, marked by the golden Pa That Luang Stupa and the Patuxai Arch. A gleaming, golden-domed mosque reflects in a lagoon beside a centuries-old village built on stilts over the water. Bandar Seri Begawan or Kuching? Bandar Seri Begawan. Brunei's tiny, oil-rich capital, where the Sultan Omar Ali Saifuddin Mosque glows over an ancient water village. An entire city built of white marble, studded with gold domes and fountains, shimmering at the desert's edge. Ashgabat or Dushanbe? Ashgabat. Turkmenistan's capital holds a Guinness record for the most white marble buildings crammed into one city. One of the world's tallest flagpoles once rose beside a giant palace in this Central Asian capital below the mountains. Dushanbe or Tashkent? Dushanbe. Tajikistan's capital raised one of the tallest flagpoles ever built, soaring by the Palace of Nations. An old Spanish fort, a centuries-old cross, and a cluster of new towers sit on a long Philippine island. Cebu City or Davao? Cebu City. The oldest city in the Philippines, where Magellan once landed, now a fast-growing hub in the Visayas. A square royal palace, ringed by a wide moat, sits below a temple-covered hill in this Myanmar city. Mandalay or Yangon? Mandalay. The last royal capital of Burma, its palace sits inside a perfect moated square beneath sacred Mandalay Hill. Twin curved towers, nicknamed after corn cobs, rise over a flat megacity on the Yellow River Plain. Zhengzhou or Jinan? Zhengzhou, capital of Henan, its twin corncob towers anchor a new district out on the ancient Yellow River Plain. Wide boulevards, a flag-topped central square, and snow peaks frame this small Central Asian capital. Bishkek or Almaty? Bishkek. Kyrgyzstan's leafy capital sits right under the Tian Shan, built around the broad Alatu Square. Last one. A cool highland Indonesian city of Art Deco buildings with a quirky hall locals call the Sago Cake. Bandung or Surabaya? Bandung, the Paris of Java, crowned by the Gedung Satay and its skewered snack spire. And that's all 50. From Delhi to Bandung, you just crossed the whole of Asia by Skyline. However you scored, drop your number below, subscribe for the next continent, and I'll catch you in the next one.
Your final score is in, comment it down below, like and subscribe now. QuizHubLab, let's go.